Top 5 most haunted colleges and universities. What could be scarier than a terror calculus professor or the staggering cost of a quality tertiary education? It can be a university library erected on a former cemetery lot, or a college auditorium where soldiers were executed during World War I. Here are the stories of 5 campuses where paranormal and ghost stories deserve a score of 100 on the Scaremometer. Number 5, University of Northern Colorado, USA. University of Northern Colorado in Greeley was founded in 1889, currently with 6 colleges and populated by 12,000 students. But what catches attention in its website is the statement, "There's a ghost story for almost every building on its campus." The Turner Hall notoriously has a story of 6 apartment doors slamming successively in May 1988, even if the windows were closed. The death of a janitor hit by a brick at the Harrison Hall's basement spawned a story of his lingering spirit. The Fraser Hall houses a theater and what is called the poltertailor, like a poltergeist that sews, because a sewing machine starts up on its own at the building's basement where costumes are stored. Most famous of the UNC paranormal stories involves Edith, a former resident assistant who is said to haunt the Wib King and Wilson dormitories. A victim of bullying and jokes, Edith would go to the attic and play with marbles. One spring break, Edith hanged herself. Today, dorm residents can hear marbles rolling around above the ceiling. Perhaps Edith needs someone to play with her. Number 4, University of Toronto, Canada. The 192-year-old University of Toronto in Canada is ranked by various major publications as the best Canadian university for outstanding reasons. It was the birthplace of insulin and stem cell research, among other significant scientific contributions. But the university is also home to chilling ghost stories that lasted for generations. Most famous is the tale about stonemason Ivan Resnikoff and former Paul Diablos, who were partners in the university's construction, but bloodthirsty rivals for one girl's love. When Resnikoff found out that her fiancé eloped with Diablos, he confronted an attempt to strike his rival with an axe. Diablos evaded Resnikoff's attack, turned the tables, and stabbed Resnikoff with a dagger. In a panic, Diablos hid his body somewhere. After a great fire that burned down the university, workers digging in the rubble found a person's remains etched with the stonemason's emblem. It is believed to be Resnikoff's, whose ghost is believed to roam around the campus, causing the banging of doors in empty rooms, moving of objects mysteriously, and the appearance of specters that suddenly vanish into thin air. Number 3, Heidelberg University, Germany. Germany's oldest educational institution, founded in 1386, is Heidelberg University, which was the 3rd university established in the Holy Roman Empire. As such, it has a long, dark, and sinister history. However, the paranormal events experienced by its students, faculty, and guests are blamed to the terrors under Adolf Hitler's reign. It was rumored that women were coerced to undergo sterilization in the university's clinic, and their traumatized spirits are still haunting today, as screams and cries of women are often heard in this specific spot. This makes the university's clinic one of the creepiest places found in any campus. Also, the University Square, where Nazis burned banned books in 1933, has reportedly emitted the smell of burning leather and smoke. The lecture halls at Heidelberg University are also reportedly haunted by the ghosts of professors who were sent and murdered in concentration camps. In their lecture halls, the chalkboards would erase by themselves. The words would be written on the board, while the classrooms are presumably empty. The Nazi terrors have turned into timeless horrors in this university. Number 2, Gettysburg College, USA. 30 years after Gettysburg College in Pennsylvania was founded in 1832, the Battle of Gettysburg erupted. Since then, the college has been standing adjacent to the Gettysburg battlefield and keeping ghastly ghost stories. At the height of the Civil War, the college's Pennsylvania Hall was used as a signal corps station and hospital performing surgeries. But the spirits of the bloodied and pained war victims have remained to remind the present of the tragic past. One late night in the 1980s, 2 college administrators took the elevator to the Pennsylvania Hall from the 4th to the 1st floor. However, the elevator went straight down to the basement, which is used as a storage area, and the administrators were draped with shocking horror upon seeing amputated arms and legs piling up, dead men lying on the floor, blood-soaked doctors and orderlies frantically saving the dying. In 2003, a secretary working in the Pennsylvania Hall encountered a similar terrifying experience. When he took the elevator that stopped at the basement, a full working Civil War hospital scenario greeted him, which sent chills down his spine. Number 1. The University of St. Andrews, Scotland. Built around 1410, the University of St. Andrews is the oldest of the 4 ancient universities in Scotland, and the 3rd oldest in the English-speaking world. As expected, its antiquity is associated with hair-raising stories, as the campus is said to be haunted by a number of notorious spirits. One of them is a 16th century student and teacher, Patrick Hamilton, who was charged with heresy and burned outside St. Salvator's Chapel. On his execution site, some people have experienced crackling sounds and the smell of burning flesh. The Nuns' Walk, which leads from Penn Street to St. Leonard's School, is reputed to be haunted by a veiled nun. Many people have experienced feeling a sense of being followed by a dark shape of an alleged veiled nun. In 1868, stonemasons discovered several hidden coffins, with one of them containing a well-preserved remains of a woman in a white dress. She is perhaps the Lady in White, seen numerous times waving a hanky atop the St. Rule's Tower, also known as the Chamber of Corpses, for more than a century now. We're posting more interesting videos every single day, so please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.